He may have been a beachcomber, but I didn't think the phrase was meant to be literal. He may have been a
Are you kidding me?
I didn't need to dust that. I didn't need to dust that.
What the hell am I supposed to do with the comb then?
That didn't work. That wasn't going to work. I didn't need... It was an ivory comb.
Okay, it was an ivory comb. Where could I use an ivory comb? I have no idea.
I had nothing else to say to Muffy.
Huh? Throughout the puppet show, yeah, how? Okay. One of the puppets spoke with a honk while the other spoke with a buzz. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I want to take that. Okay. Take the horn. Don't think I would have thought of that. I thought I needed to get some sticks so they whack each other.
Perhaps it was the piratical air that brought to mind the mimicry skills of a parrot. If Squawkin' Hawkins could do it, maybe I could give it a try.
You're speaking over my lines. I'm not speaking over your lines. You're adding in lines that weren't in the script.
That seemed to get one of the puppeteers riled up. I wondered if I could do the same for the other. Remembering my childhood days, I wrapped the tissue paper around the comb to form a rudimentary kazoo.
No, Chips, credere. That was my moment. Your moment. We agreed in rehearsals that this scene would be about me. 'Cause I did no such thing. You did it again! Always told me you tried to upstage me. But Mama told you that. She always told me I should go solo. Right, that's it. I quit. You quit. I quit first. You'll never work in this town again. Work in this town again? We only arrived this morning.
There we go, whacking each
You
other. Show's
sabotaged
over.
the show.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was just...
That was hilarious. I liked it when the puppets fight, but love it when it's the puppeteers.
Glad you enjoyed the show.
Could I borrow those instruments you used? If they come back, I'd like to direct the encore.
Sure, I doubt I'll have much more use for them.
Okay, so...
Could you take me to Crossbone Cove?
Well, look at that. That's quite the dangerous destination. Do you know how many boats have crashed against the rocks along that coast?
Does that mean we can't go?
Oh, sure we can. But it'll cost you.
How much?
Boat charter, insurance, perilous route supplement, double pay at this time of night. It's gonna cost you at least $50.
$50?
Plus tax. Let's call it $75 total.
75?
But listen, I'll give you private hire of the ferry for the rest of the night.
I don't have that much.
No problem. Just get back to me when you do. As I say it, you've got no other choice. Ain't no other ferry around at this time of night.
Let's go talk to our loaded friend. Oh, Muffy!
There's a ferryman in town named Crab McCready who can take us to Crossbone Cove. We just need $75 to cover the charter fee.
Oh, absolutely. I can spare some of my allowance. Let me write you a check.
It was a signed check I'd been given by Muffy Carlyle, the fossil hunter, to charter a ferry to Crossbone Cove.
That should cover it.
I'll go charter it at once. Will this cover the ferry payment?
Oh, I didn't think you'd get that much. Sure it will. Who's this Carlisle guy?
Oh, he's coming too. He's funding the trip.
Well, he gets a promotional flag too.
Gee, thanks.
Consider this ferry chartered. Thank you for placing your trust in the Crab McCready Ferry Company, despite all the reviews. Now, once your compatriot is here, we can cast off. Pin that map up inside the cabin, will you? It'll be a tricky voyage to Crossbone Cove. I haven't sunk yet. This month.
So we were off, captained by a man whose body composition had more alcohol in it than a bottle of vodka. And yet he navigated like a seasoned dancer, pirouetting through the treacherous currents with a drunken grace, all the while sipping from a flask that smelled stronger than window cleaner. Crab, I can't complain about your captaincy skills, but I've got to ask, how did you get through those treacherous rocks with so much alcohol in your bloodstream?
Murphy, if I didn't have the alcohol in my bloodstream, I wouldn't be going anywhere near those rocks in the first place.
There you go.
The rowboat had no oars, and more importantly, no structural integrity. It wasn't going anywhere. I didn't want to disturb the rock pile. I might have made it collapse.
I think I'm gonna shoot that with a cannon.
Hey, Crab, what is this thing?
Ah, there's a cairn. Probably built centuries ago.
What was it used for?
The cairns were used by pirates as markers. You see, with all these coves and caves along the coastline, it'd be easy to lose track of which one held the booty. So they'd stack up the rocks and put something reflective on top, like a shard of metal from a broken cutlass or a handheld mirror. Then, as they'd sail the coast, they'd shine their lanterns across the beaches, and if they saw something reflect back, they knew that's where they'd hidden the stolen loot.
Do you think the cove still has treasure?
I don't think so. What's the point of hiding gold and jewels if you don't come back to collect and spend them?
As I placed the polished brooch on the cairn, It caught the light of the lighthouse beam and reflected it back fantastically, like a signal mirror.
Wonderful.
I'd like to head back to Dead Nettle, please.
I'll stay here. Come back to me later. I'm not leaving until I find a fossil.
That guy's elevator doesn't go all the way to the top floor now, does it?
Hop aboard, Murphy.
The cannon was ready to fire, but Muffy was still at Crossbone Cove. No matter how annoying the lanky fellow was, I couldn't fire the cannon while he was still on the beach searching for fossils.
We'll have to make him find a fossil, huh? Probably have to buy one and fake him finding it.
Welcome back.
The cabinet was filled with precious jewels. I had nothing else to ask him.
Oh, sorry. Not here.
Returning to Crossbone Cove, I discovered the lighthouse at Fort de Lemoore was now illuminating the inside of the cove.
Had added it before.
Hello again, Muffy.
Hello, Murphy.
Any luck finding those fossils?
Nothing. I'm beginning to think this island doesn't have any fossils.
Have you found anything at all?
Only these.
Gems?
My goodness, Muffy! Those are gemstones! Rubies, emeralds, sapphires? This might be genuine pirate treasure.
But they're not fossils, are they? They're nothing more than baubles. They're not the figurative footsteps of ancient behemoths, the skeletal remains of the kings of the prehistoric world. I'll have you know, I'm not conducting this exploration for financial gain, but for the love of dinosaurs. Here, you seem rather entranced by them. You can have them.
Gosh, thank you, Muffy. Perhaps Crossbone Cove was a dead end. Maybe you should head back to the Causeway Beach.
No, a dino scout never gives up. There are a lot of pebbles here, and I need to search each of them. It only takes one for this expedition to be a success.
What do you think of Crossbone Cove, Muffy?
I feel like a real explorer out here. Such daring and tranquil isolation. Inaccessible. Miles from civilization.
It's nice to get away from it all, isn't it?
Just the place to build a summer retreat, I'd say. A manor on the cliffside, a pier for the yacht, connect up a road for Rufus, my driver, a few cottages for the staff. Then I'd be able to enjoy the isolation properly.
You haven't seen a cave around here, have you?
I'm afraid not. Why? Have you lost one?
It appears so.
Well, don't give up. Things are always in the last place you look.
Good luck with the fossil hunting.
I'm close. I can feel it.
You are close.
At the far end of Crossbone Cove, all I came across was a wall of rocks and boulders. It seemed the cave I was after had gone missing.
Alright, now that we have gems.
With use of the ferry for the rest of the night, the creaky crab... Hello again, Crab.
Hello, Murphy.
Isn't there supposed to be a cave here?
Looks like there's been a rock slide. Not unusual on this side of the island. The Caribbean hurricanes hit these coves with full force.
Do you think there's a way into the cave?
That has to be 200 tons of solid rock. The only way you're going to get through there is by blowing a hole in it. And I'm afraid the Creaky Crab 2 here is too small for artillery.
Do you think there are any fossils on this beach?
Bones? Here? Nah, I don't think so. You see, most of the rock is igneous. It doesn't have the right sedimentary process and stratigraphic considerations.
You need to have a thorough understanding of geologic timescales and the depositional environments present in a particular era to fully grasp why fossils wouldn't be found in rock formations like these.
I didn't expect you to know so much about geology.
Most people don't. Skills like that, you keep close to your chest. Never know when they'll come in useful.
What do you think of Muffy persisting in his search?
Well, everybody needs a hobby, right? I collect rubber ducks.
You continue to surprise me, Crab.
Rubber ducks. Love
So
it.
pirates used to use this beach to stow hidden treasure?
I heard this one was used by Captain Crumb.
He's related to Jasper Crumb, the jeweler, isn't he?
Hard to believe, isn't it? One of the most vicious pirates to sail these seas. Until he got the wind knocked out of his sails. How a bloodline can go from a man who had cut through a dozen men for just a single doubloon to a man who came off worse in a fight with a budgie is beyond me.
What knocked the wind out of Captain Crumb's sails?
Some say it was a ghost ship. Personally, I think he must have had a midlife crisis. Tried to find something more fulfilling, like crochet or watercolour painting. And all that swashbuckling would wear anyone out.
I'd like to head back to Dead Nettle, please.
Hop aboard, Murphy.
Welcome back.
I want to buy something.
I've got something to sell that I think you'll be very interested in.
Wonderful. What is it you're selling?
These are genuine pirate gems. They were discovered at the treacherously inaccessible Crossbone Cove, where they must have laid undisturbed for 2 centuries. Just imagine their history. Fierce ship battles, sword fights, X marks the spot. They must be priceless.
That's a very exciting story, Murphy. But I'm afraid what we have here is glass.
Oh.
Glass.
Yes, sea glass. Bits of bottle or a broken lantern, perhaps. They fall into the sea, then get smashed up into little pieces by the rocks. The tide wears them down until you end up with pretty little polished pieces like this.
Does that mean you're not going to buy them off me?
I'm afraid not. But they are pretty. I'll tell you what I'll do. Have a look and see if there's something you'd like to trade them for. Does that sound like a deal?
Sounds like the best deal I'm going to get.
For a second, I thought I was rich.
Could I trade the sea glass for one of these fossils?
Certainly. I think that's within your price range. Which would you like?
The swirly one at the front would be great. Thank you.
Pleasure doing business with you.
It was the ammonite fossil that I traded sea glass for at the jeweler's. Hello again, Crab.
Hello, Murphy.
I'd like to head back to Crossbone Cove, please.
Casting off.
Okay, so I have the fossil. Do I just throw that on the ground, or...?
Muffy, look what I just found.
Is that what I think it is? A dinosaur fossil. A memento of the behemoths. A shadow of a bygone age. My very own dinosaur. That's an ammonite, that is.
Really not helping here, Crab.
Just saying.
And it was right here where you were searching. You were right after all.
I was right. I'm a real-life paleontologist. This'll show Papa.
Crab, we're heading back to Dead Nettle. Muffy found what he was looking for.
Glad to hear it. Step aboard. Where did your friend run off to so fast?
I have no idea, but I think we made a childhood dream come true tonight.
I am so overwhelmed, I might spew right across the deck.
Oh, wonderful. Great. Now, that cannon.
With the brooch at Crossbone Cove reflecting light back from the lighthouse, I knew exactly where to aim. I took a match out of the matchbook and lit the cannon's fuse. I felt like a pirate captain about to unleash a broadside barrage. Ready the cannons, you scurvy scallywags! Pull the ship to port, down with the mainsail! Buckle your swash and fire! That looks like it might have worked.
Well, let's hope it did.
Hello again, Crab.
Hello, Murphy.
I'd like to head back to Crossbone Cove, please.
That's enough. Well, blow me down. What's happened here? Did you do this, Murphy?
I needed to find a way in.
Well, Aladdin, I think you found your magic cave.
The cannon fire had worked. The boulders that had fallen in the rock slide were now rubble strewn across the beach, revealing what I'd been searching for, a dark cave winding into the cliffside. A ghostly glow flickered from the far end of the cave as I slipped on the seaweed-covered rocks trying to reach it. I began to fear the worst, but as I emerged in the subterranean chamber, I discovered it was actually the otherworldly glow of plankton.
Oh, but look at that in the back. The rock formation. A skull and two crossbones. Nice detail.
I found you, Xavier. Your final expedition won't have been in vain.
Murphy McCallan, you will pay for your insolence.
I have the third key now, Rackham. The treasure doesn't belong to you. I will get to the Bellemore treasure before you.
Do you think this is a game, Murphy McCallan? You are
Yes.
toying with things beyond your understanding.
I think you're just nervous that I'm closer to finding the treasure than you are.
I will not be defeated by a mere mortal. Even if you claim the treasure, I will haunt you to the ends of the earth. There will be no escape from the terror and misery I will bring down upon you. Each time you sleep, I will turn your every dream into an unending nightmare.
I've survived your attempts to kill me twice now, Rackham. Maybe you're not as powerful as you think you are.
Even with the 3 keys, do you really think you can beat me to the treasure, Murphy? You are a mortal. I am an all-powerful spirit. I have looked upon the face of death, and still I remain here. Now it's time for you to look upon death too.
Just as Xavier Bellemore drowned in the rising tide of this cave,
So shall you.
Okay, now what? Oh, the Rackham is
When
such
Rackham's
drama
earthquake
queen.
finally stopped, I realized the route I'd followed into the cave was blocked. Tons of impenetrable rock and rubble now stood between me and the outside world. I was trapped. The only source of light was the glowing algae in the water, but even that dimmed to darkness when it went undisturbed in the quiet cave. At any point, the cave could fill up with seawater, drowning me just as it had Xavier. I needed to find a way out. I didn't know if my mind was playing tricks on me, but the rock formations in the cave began to look like a skull and crossbones. So that's why they call it that. As I stood still, I noticed the algae beginning to dim. I'd read that its glow was triggered by vibrations, and without my footsteps, it was getting darker.
Okay, or maybe let's get it dark. Oh, yeah, look at
As the
that.
darkness dimmed in the cave, I began to make out a faint luminescence in the form of a whirlpool. Some turbulence beneath the water was making the algae glow, and I hoped it might be an underwater tunnel. That might have been my only way out, but swimming through the darkness would have been far too dangerous.
Okay.
I didn't need to tie that up. That might have been my only way out, but swimming through the darkness would have been far too dangerous.
Yeah, well,
That might have been my... That wasn't going to work.
Thinking about message
I
in the
needed to
bottle?
think of something else.
No, okay.
That wasn't going to work. Nope. I needed to think. I didn't need to bother Z. That wasn't going to work.
Oh,
It wasn't
oh, yeah, okay, okay. That's how.
I scooped up some of the algae water. With a quick shake to agitate it, the bottle began to shine like a blue lantern. That might have been my only way out, but swimming through the darkness would have been far too... The lights below the water didn't offer much chance of escape, but at least it was better than waiting to drown in the cave. Using the bottle of algae as an underwater lantern, I waded into the water, then dived down below the surface. The underwater tunnels felt like a maze. I pulled myself past jagged rocks and twisting passages, with only the ethereal blue glow of the algae to light my way, until finally, with only seconds of air left in my lungs, I reached the surface.
Murphy, what are you doing over there? It's dangerous to swim out here, you know. You could get washed into a sea cave or something.
Thanks for the advice, Crab. I'll make a note of that. Green from the seawater I'd swallowed, I could at least say I'd survived being drowned. And now I had Xavier's key. That was it. All 3 skeleton keys. Now it was time to open the vault. Hello again, Crab.
Hello, Murphy.
I'd like to head back to Dead Nettle, please.
Up aboard, Murphy.
I needed the keys to open them.
Any particular order, or?
The key didn't fit that keyhole. The key did... I placed the first key into the mantelpiece. The key... I placed the third key into the mantelpiece and immediately heard a click. I didn't know what exactly I was going to discover beneath the house, but it was time to find out.
I wouldn't go down there if I were you.
This is the only way to save everyone in the house. I need to see what's down there.
A cry for help will make no sound, with secrets deep below the ground. Dare he walk into the black, for once he's in, he won't come back.
Hard for the coffin stone.
The staircase coiled down and down beneath the house, carved out of the very rock the house sat on. Lit only by flickering lanterns, I worked my way towards the green glow beckoning me at the end of the tunnel. Finally passing through the frame of a large metal door and into the Bellemore vault. That must have been the treasure coffin. The same one the Bellemore brothers traded for in the Caribbean, and that meant I had a pretty good guess what was inside, if I could find a way to reach it. I reached down to the hand wheel and pulled it from the glowing water, careful not to splash any on myself. Decades of exposure to the coffin stone had turned the water green with cursed energy, just like the spirit water in Moray's riverboat. I didn't want to put my hand in it. There didn't appear to be a way to operate the crane. The hand wheel slotted perfectly onto the axle of the crane.
Of course. There we go.
As I peered into the coffin, I saw for the first time the cursed artifact that had caused all of this, the coffin stone. Its surface is black as brimstone, each crack faceted like an emerald. Simultaneously beautiful and terrifying. I needed to think of something else.
Just picking it up? Okay, I
And
follow.
so the elusive artifact is found.
Rackham, you've lost. I found the coffin stone before you. Your plan has failed.
Congratulations, Murphy McCallan. But now I think it's time you hand it over to me.
I'll
Nope.
never give it to you.
Give it to me, or die.
You've attempted to kill me 3 times now, and every time you've failed. You don't scare me anymore.
Yes. How convenient that you managed to escape 3 times. Such failure on my part would be terribly embarrassing. It's almost as though it was planned that way.
Planned?
Could perhaps the perpetual threat of an evil phantom have motivated you to quicken your pace in finding the coffin stone? Without a demonstration of the threat, you might well have walked away. But you did exactly as I wanted. My powers outside this house may have been constrained to mere projections, and yet everything I needed was accomplished by you.
You wanted me to find the stone?
Now the foolish mortal understands. And just as you hold something valuable to me, I hold something that is valuable to you.
Abigail, Are you okay?
I'm afraid she's very much under my spell again, McCallan. And for the final time, too. Her final struggle to escape the spell. All that energy she spent to warn you, wasted on someone as worthless as you. Now, because of it, she's trapped forever.
I'll save her.
I'm afraid it's too late for that.
I'll use the coffin stone to save her.
You know nothing about the stone, McCallan. Do you even know how to use its powers?
I know enough to not let you have it.
Let me tell you the final piece of the puzzle. The Bellemore treasure will belong to me. For years, I have studied and mastered powers beyond anything you could know. I deserve that stone. But as you've come to learn, Murphy McCallan, this magical artifact has one important rule. It will only work for its rightful owner. It cannot be stolen. It can only be bought or traded or inherited. I knew the Bellemores would never sell or trade it to me of their own volition. But if I were to marry Abigail, all our worldly goods would become one another's. If she inherited the entire Bellemore estate.
But didn't I trade it for the
Perhaps
Gregory?
I underestimated her infatuation with that sailor. The need to look into the eyes of her true love as she vows I do. But tonight, it's time to perform the wedding again. And if she needs to gaze into her true love's eyes to go through with it, this time I will make that happen. Don't you remember yet, Murphy? Only you could be lured to the island. Only you could summon the spirits of the house. Only you heard the call of the treasure within. You've been here before.
Walking through the port town of Deadnettle, I could sense its history in every stone, brick, and plank.
I know what your mind sees when your eyelids close. Tell me, Murphy, what do you dream of?
I've been dreaming about this treasure since I first read about it. It's like it's calling for me to find it.
It's like it can infect your dreams.
Even without lights on, it felt like something inside the house was calling me, or warning me.
I suppose fate will always bring two soulmates together, even when they least expect it.
It's very rare for someone to come back from the other side. It can happen.
Wait.
And
what?
Murphy, this ghost story, now it's your story too.
I was a sailor?
You came back.
You were the sailor, Murphy McCallan.
Yo.
Home.
Felt
Okay,
like I
that's
was
actually
falling,
cool.
Falling through every memory of my life. And then every memory of the life I once lived. The realization crystallizing in my mind like a flash of lightning. I was the sailor. I remembered everything. An entire relationship coursing through my mind in seconds. And the tragic way it ended. But I'd come back. For her. Abigail, you don't have to marry him. I remember. I loved you. I still love you.
It's too late, McCallan. She's my bride-to-be now.
She broke free of the spell the last time you tried to make her say I do. She'll do it again. It's me she wants to marry.
You're right about that. This time, it'll be your eyes she sees before her. I promised you death, Murphy. And I intend to deliver. For 33 years, I was trapped in this house. Now you'll be trapped here for eternity. Such a feeble vessel, with but I'll have to make a deal. Do excuse me, Mr. McCallan. I have a wedding I'm running frightfully late for, and I'd just die if I missed it.
Wait, the pocket watch?
And that's how
right.
I died. My body torn from its spirit, and then possessed by Rackham for his evil ends. All those times I'd read about the ghosts of Bellemore Manor, and now I was one of them. But just like those ghosts, death wouldn't be the end for me. If I could escape the vault. Decades of exposure to the coffin stone had turned the water. I didn't want to put my hand in it.
Come on, your spirit.
In taking my body, Rackham had. Looking back into the treasure coffin, I found it now contained all the items I'd collected on my adventure. I gathered up all the belongings I'd been carrying. Rackham might not see their purpose, but if they'd helped me out once, they might be useful again.
Okay, I was thinking while we had all that dialogue going, I was thinking, what if I throw something into the spirit water again to trade for possession of the stone?
That didn't work. I didn't want to damage it.
Still gonna try.
I didn't want to.
Okay, that works.
Nope. That wasn't going to work. I needed to think. I didn't. The entire vault. Nope. Nope. I didn't want. Nope. The bottle I was carrying would be a bit. I didn't need. I didn't want. I didn't want.
Just checking that I cannot sacrifice anything
That
in the
didn't
spirit
work.
water. Okay.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Then let's get out of here.
I tried with all my might to open the vault door, but with no luck. It had been locked from the other side. That didn't work. I needed to. The vault door was much too.
Mm.
The hook hung out of reach.
Oh. I don't know if that can work, that I can use the crane hook.
The hook was lowered as far as it could go. The hook was low.
Okay, yeah.
There didn't seem to be much There didn't seem to be much reason to attach the rope to the hook while it was lowered.
Okay. So I'm supposed to do that when it's up.
I'd once won a wooden whistle in a lasso game at the county fair. Now it was time to play the game with a little more on the line.
Yeah?
I attached the heavy metal hook to the handle on the door. Well, I hope that holds.
I hope it doesn't.
I turned the handwheel, pulling the chain taut, but the vault door remained secure in its frame. It must have still been attached somehow. There was nothing on the hinges for the... I may not have been able to get through the vault door with brute force, but I could certainly make an impact on its hinges.
There we go.
The vault door went crashing into the spirit water below, and in doing so gave me my escape route. With no time to lose, I needed to get to the ballroom.
We are gathered here today to join Abigail Bellemore and Murphy McCallan in holy matrimony.
Rackham's plan was taking shape. At the far end of the ballroom, Father Foskett was delivering the rites that would wed Abigail to Rackham, even if he'd possessed my body to do it. I needed to stop the wedding, and I didn't have much time left at all. I couldn't go any further and risk Rackham seeing me before I was ready to confront him. I didn't need to pour spirit water on that. Nope. That wasn't going to work. Good evening, Mrs. Craddock.
It is certainly not a good evening. The kitchens aren't prepared, the flower arrangements are a shambles, and they've changed the schedule 3 times already.
The schedule?
Right behind me in black and white. And am I even permitted to see the wedding? Of course not.
In case any guests arrive late. Through a door we're supernaturally barred from passing through.
I almost daren't say it, but I'm on the verge of resigning my duties. I am the head of housekeeping. I deserve respect.
I need to stop the wedding.
You shall do no such thing. I've put a lot of work into this event, and I won't have an off-the-street gutter snipe like you interrupting it. I'm barely hanging on as it is.
What did you say was on the chalkboard?
As I said, this is the schedule of tonight's events. I've spent the past 40 minutes writing that up, with all the calligraphic flair my teachers taught me in preparatory school. And now I'm hearing rumors that the schedule is going to change. No self-respecting housekeeper should have to deal with so much in such a short period. One more change, and I shall be handing in my notice.
Goodbye, Mrs. Craddock.
Goodbye, indeed.
The delicately drawn writing on the chalkboard listed the schedule of events for the wedding. Noticing the similarity between Mrs. Craddock's chalk artistry and the wedding schedule, it was time to ask some questions. Are the times on your chalkboard correct?
Excuse me. Whatever do you mean?
Well, it's just that I was given this other schedule and the times are very different from yours. Maybe things have been shuffled around?
No, this can't be. How am I expected to work under these conditions? A wedding is a once-in-a-lifetime event. If they keep reconsidering every decision, I can't be expected to keep up with it.
Yep, definitely different. This looks like it'll take ages to fix.
That's it! They're already at the altar. I shall be taking my leave. Somebody else can hand out the vol au vents.
With the noise and waddling motion of a cranky goose, Mrs. Craddock strode across the grand hall, through a doorway, and out of sight. The delicately drawn writing on the chalkboard listed the schedule of events for the wedding. Like a guilty schoolchild held back after class, I rubbed down the chalkboard.
Okay.
And came away with the flag covered in chalk dust.
And what am I going to do with that?
I didn't have...
Like two threads woven
That wasn't going
into
to
the
work.
same fabric. May your lives be interwoven with love.
Can I just not just run in there and say I do? Oh, the flames are green.
It was a strange feeling, staring at a decaying skeletal body that, once upon a time, used to be me. Knowing the skeleton belonged...
Wait, what did I do? A finger bone? Okay. I thought it was just some dialogue, but I got something.
I didn't need to search for a book right now. Nope. I needed... There was nothing large that I needed to move. I considered looking through the boxes, but... I already...
Okay, so I have another firework. I'm not sure if I need it.
Walking back into the conservatory, I could hear the unnerving hum of electricity. The outer casing of the automaton had been removed. Clearly, Rupert was undertaking some maintenance on it. The interior of the automaton was laced with wires, fuses, and other dangerous-looking electrical devices. Even as a ghost, it didn't feel safe to touch anything inside it. The gardener's hand-painted sign of a human skull surrounded by electricity bolts clearly warned me to stay away if I didn't want to get electrocuted. The casings were elaborately formed sheet metal meant for the automaton, and not very useful for much else.
Okay.
That didn't work. That didn't work. I didn't need... That wasn't going...
I'm not sure if I actually
didn't...
need to do something with that, or...
Nope. The danger sign dangling from the automaton warned of electrocution. Now it wasn't just the plants in the conservatory that were deadly, it was the statuary too. But being dead already, I decided to take the risk.
Okay, what does that do? I get the coin back? Okay.
I took the engraved coin from the automaton's now open hand.
Okay, these are closed.
I thought that Abigail would prefer them to stay where they were. Abigail had gone, and so had the final tokens of her happiness. I couldn't see anything special about the phonograph's reflection. There was nothing I could do with the tabletop. I didn't have the time or tools to remove the wooden planks. Playing the phonograph wouldn't have... I didn't want to draw attention. The door was locked again. The trunk was empty.
Okay, I have no idea how I'm supposed to interrupt the wedding.
Just as the sun rises
Nope.
to warm the earth
That
each
wasn't
day,
going to work.
may your
That wasn't
love
going to work.
rise anew each morning.
Nope. I could... Nope. It was the bony finger I'd broken off the skeleton of my former body. Not many people could count to 11 on their own fingers. It was the cotton flag that the ferryman... It was a firework rock. It was the silver coin I'd...
Okay, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Spell Rackham Spirit. Wait! Oh! I have chalk. I have a silver coin. I have a bone fragment. In the
I
firework,
didn't need to cut that.
You don't. Yes, you do. You do.
I
You have
didn't want to
open
make a
that.
hole in that.
Yes, you do. You have to open
Nope.
it. You have to fucking open it. Okay. Jesus Christ, coffin nails. Okay, so I have chalk. I have gunpowder in the firework. I have the silver coin from the statue. I need rum. I know where to get that. Bone fragment. Okay, I'm gonna get the rum in the trophy room. The gentleman didn't drink.
I couldn't do that.
I'm gonna take the glass. Whatever.
Leave it there, boy.
It was clear that if I wanted it, I was going to have to persuade the colonel to let me take it. A tricky task when he was deafer than Beethoven wearing earmuffs. Good evening, Colonel.
The Battle of Bur...
I didn't...
Leave it there, boy.
It was clear... A tricky... I thought I'd...
Okay, well, I still need black feathers. The raven is gone. Can I leave the house? Not even sure I can. I haven't tried it yet.
As a ghost, I was trapped in the house.
Okay, no, I cannot. Okay, so what am I missing? The coffin nails, the black feathers, and the rum.
I wondered if the shelves held any books on battling ghostly curses, but that seemed a little too niche. It was a small leather pouch with a drawer. Currently, it was empty.
Okay.
In a flash of inspiration, a plan came into my mind. The summoning spell revealed that which is hidden within. Maybe it could reveal the evil spirit that was hidden within my mortal body. if I could find all the ingredients. I placed the chalk dust covered flag into the gree-gree. Being made of silver, the engraved coin was just right for going into the gree-gree. Knowing the explosive contained gunpowder, I placed the firework into the gree-gree. I placed the skeletal finger in the gree-gree. That would work as the bone fragment. There was no room. My piano repertoire consisted only of a few bars.
Okay, no idea what I'm supposed to do about the coffin nails. Black feathers? I mean, black feathers have to be
I couldn't see
right?
anything alive in the plant pot, despite the gardener's best efforts.
Oh wait, the feather duster? Black feathers?
I placed the feather duster in the gree-gree. That would work as black feathers.
Okay.
It was a small... I'd marked off the...
Coffin nails. You have the pliers are nails. Nails. Okay.
Now... I didn't have the time or tools to remove the wooden planks. I picked up the horn. Abigail had no need for it anymore.
Oh wait. Sorry, the coffin nails. Of course, the coffin. The coffin that had the treasure. That's where we're gonna get the nails. Okay.
Would you like your ear trumpet back?
It's no use. I can't hear a blasted thing you say. How wish...
I'll take that as a...
Oh, thank you, my boy. I suppose now...
Why aren't you at the ceremony?
The ceremony?
I think everybody's gone through to the ballroom for the wedding.
Well, I didn't hear an announcement.
I wondered why. Would you like me to top off your drink?
Oh, yes, my boy. Good plan. I meant to save it for the toast, but who can blame a man when such temptation is right in front of him?
One by one, I pried the old nails from the coffin. I placed the coffin nails into the gree-gree. I poured the rum from the Colonel's glass into the gree-gree. That was the final ingredient. Now I just needed one more thing, an image of the focus. And this time, the focus was going to be me. I remembered the photograph of me that had been taken earlier that night, still privately tucked away inside the captain's license. I folded it up and placed it inside the gree-gree, knowing that it would work perfectly to direct the spell towards its focus, my own body. So the spell was ready. Now it was time to confront Rackham.
Let's go and crash a wedding.
If anyone can show just cause why these two may not lawfully be wed, speak now or forever hold your peace.
She doesn't love him.
You meddlesome fool! I am her groom. I will marry her.
Rackham has been using dark magic. The bride is under a love spell, and he's possessed my body for this wedding.
Your claims are the ravings of a madman. Vosket, resume the ceremony at once.
Yes. Then, by the power vested in me...
You've underestimated me for the last time, Rackham. If you won't return to me what is mine, I have the power to take it. Within the focus what may hide, this spell will soon reveal.
I now declare you... husband and wife.
Murphy, I'm back. We're married.
No! No!
You may now kiss the bride.
Hooray!
You fool! You've destroyed everything!
I've saved everything, including the one I love. But there is one thing that needs to be destroyed, Rackham, and that's you.
Murphy, now that we're married, the power of the stone is yours too.
And for once, it'll be used for good.
No.
Rackham, be gone.
No!
I knew you'd do it, Murphy. Do you remember now?
I can't believe I ever forgot you.
I knew you'd come back. Even if just for a final goodbye.
Goodbye? Why goodbye?
The spell is broken. The ghosts of the house are able to move on.
And as I looked around us, I saw each ghost in the audience fading away as they passed over to the spirit realm, each with a grateful smile. With a heartbreaking realization, I knew Abigail would be next.
Murphy, I think I have to go with them now.
I can't lose you again, Abigail.
It was worth it to see you one last time. You've freed me. Thank you, Murphy, for everything.
No, I won't let this be the end. The coffin stone glowed green with the stolen years of Rackham's life. For once in a lifetime of evil, Rackham could do something good. The coffin stone captures a person's remaining years, and now it holds Rackham's. Abigail, I give them to you.
Okay. We
You're
get a
back.
happy ending
Just
after
like
all.
you came back for me. Nothing could keep us apart. Not even death.
33 years without you. I never thought I'd be able to hold you again.
33 years stuck in this house. Come on, Murphy. Let's go see the sunrise. So how does it feel being a treasure hunter?
It would have been easier if I'd remembered what the treasure was this whole time. All those dreams I had of a treasure calling out to me from this house. It wasn't $13 million. It wasn't even the coffin stone. It was you. You were the treasure.
And you found me.
Why did nobody tell me who I was from the beginning?
You couldn't just be told you're in love with someone you don't recognize. You needed to remember it yourself. I knew it would happen eventually.
Why did nobody living recognize me?
Rackham had all kinds of powers I'm not sure we'll ever understand. For years, he'd been trying to erase all memories of you. His plan relied on it. To everyone else, you became just a blur. How could anyone really make the leap to realize you're a reincarnation from 30-something years ago? You didn't even know it yourself.
How did I come back from the spirit realm?
Don't you remember?
No, I remember the moment I died, and then the earliest memories of this new life I've been living, but nothing in between.
Madame Planchette told me that spirits can come back if their ties to the mortal realm remain strong enough. But even she doesn't know more than that. Who knows if we'll ever find out?
Great mystery.
What happened to all the ghosts in the house?
They'll all have crossed over now. So many years of life destroyed by Rackham's deeds. And he didn't even need the coffin stone to do it. The spirits no longer have much to keep them here in the mortal realm anymore. They'll be happier that way. And we all end up there eventually.
In some cases, we come back. What happened to Rackham?
I don't know, but I hope his spirit was destroyed. I'd hate to think it's moved on to the spirit realm. All I do know is that we don't have to worry about him here anymore.
What are we going to do with the coffin stone?
It stayed safe in the vault for over 30 years. For now, perhaps that's where we should return it to. I think it's our duty now to watch over it, to make sure it never falls into evil hands.
Again. So, this is the end of our adventure.
This is only the beginning, Murphy. It took a bit longer than we expected, but we're married now, after all these years.
The rest of our lives are ours again.
Till death do us part.
And even longer than that.
And that was Foolish Mortals. I have to say I was quite surprised by that twist at the end that Murphy's actually the reincarnated sailor. Didn't see that coming. At all. Like, even with that, we had that conversation with the gardener about past lives. But, I thought that was just some throwaway line. Apparently it was that. But yeah, nice little game. Really enjoyed it. I'm happy people still make point-and-click adventures. I know they are not the most popular game genre, but I've always played them. Like as a child, I played a lot of them, because they're were easy and child-friendly, and I'm still quite fond of them. I'm always happy to see when people make a good one. And this is a really nice one. I didn't know that that game was funded by over Kickstarter. Nice. That's a lot of backers. Oh boy, that is a lot of backers. I wouldn't mind seeing more from that studio in the future.
Where on earth has everybody gone? I do hope that boy gets back with the rum soon.
So he's the only ghost left because he's not aware he can move on. Okay, yeah, that's actually funny. Yeah, wonderful little game. I enjoyed it very much. Most of the puzzles were pretty easy. Some of the stuff I stumbled into, like getting the comb, that was... I don't know where that flash of inspiration came from. And also, in the first act, breaking into the doghouse. Suddenly tried that for some, like, just out of nowhere. But I'm happy I did, and I needed a little bit of help, but I always do. You know, with point and click adventures, usually you get to some more obscure solutions some of the time, and it's hard to think of those. Yeah, for example, the puppeteers, I really thought I needed to give the puppet sticks so they can whack each other for the finale. I would have never thought of imitating their voices to irritate the puppeteers. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this series. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it might be for you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope I see you again soon on the next game. Bye!